Happy Thursday, everyone, and welcome to tonight's card. We are on day 10 of the 100-day project. Just 1 second while I finish getting everything set up. Okay. I've got a helper today that will help me if there's any comments today. So I have this stamp set called Beautiful You. It's a stamp set with thin cuts. And it's a 3-stamp process to get your flowers because it's going to give us some details in it that one stamping won't generally get us. So I'll be using this stamp set. Here are the thin cuts. And let's see. I think we can start straight away with the thin cuts because I'm going to cut all 5 pieces or the roses and the leaves all at once. So I'm just putting them down on my paper. Actually, I'm going to leave the leaves out because I do want to cut those out of green paper. I want to cut these roses out of this pink paper. So let me line those up. And that's why I use washi sometimes so that doesn't fall. There we go. Let's see. So that'll give us a large, medium, and small rose. And then since this paper is two-tone, I'm going to turn it around and cut another set of roses on the lighter side. And that'll give us 6 roses. And I'll set those aside. The sheets that the thin cuts come on are magnetic, so that does help keep everything in place when you're storing. Let's see. And I've got some of this juniper paper left that we used last night, and I'm going to cut the leaves out of that. And let's see. A little bit of washi to hold those down since they're smaller. That way they don't move around on us.
Christy at Ortiz Pettis said, where can you buy the die cut machine?
I bought my die cut machine on Amazon. This particular one isn't available anymore. They don't make it. Mine's a little bit of an older model. But there are some different ones that you can still get. You just kind of look around for your price point. I would recommend starting with a 6-inch opening die cut machine. Sizzix is a good brand, well trusted. There's some other ones that are a little bit more expensive and some that are even cheaper, but I don't know the brands to know how trustworthy they are, how good the material is. So I would probably stick with Sizzix. Tim Holtz does make like something called a Vagabond, I believe, or something like that. He's a good crafting as well, but I think that's a little on the pricey side. So since I don't have a need to buy a new one, I haven't looked into it too much more than just a quick look the other day. I did have another friend ask for recommendations and she got one, and So I'll have to check back with her to see what she got and how she's liking it. Jeannie, if you're here, chime in and let us know which one you got and if you liked it. So I've got 3 different sizes of leaves, and it's on this printed paper, but we're still gonna stamp it to give the dimension of the leaves, but it'll give us a little bit of a more decorative paper. Okay, let's move that out of the way and get to stamping. We'll start with our roses, our bigger roses. Let's see here. Now, it just takes a little bit to line it up, but we can do this. You kind of just look for the angle at which your stamp. There we go. Okay. So for the background, I'm going to use the color Blossom. And gives us a rose in back. Remember to put this cushion underneath. Great. Okay. And then for our next color, just use this lighter pink for a texture for a second stamp. And kind of have to, there's a trick here. Down. Okay. Well, we're going to stamp it anyways. It should go something like that. And then the third color, let me see here. I'm gonna get a raspberry color for that inside. Okay, so what we're supposed to do is if the flowers line up that way, we should be able to just take this straight off the block. To line it up. Here we go. Honestly, it's close enough for me. I'm not gonna battle the flower too much. I think you get the idea. So we'll do the same thing for these. And I probably could have done these off camera, but I didn't think it would take quite so long. So let's start with the lightest color first. And then build ourselves up and see if that doesn't make a difference. Something like that. And we'll go to the middle color. And then the darkest color will be the front. Okay. And then the same thing with the smallest stamp. Looks good. Okay, so now we'll stamp the leaves. I'm going to use a sage color here. On these big leaves. Oh, this is a medium. Am I still in frame? Yes, sorry. There we go. Here's the large one. This will be the inside spine of the leaf. I got a lot of detail work today. Oh, and then these two tiny ones.
Nicole Arambula said, what are those stickies on your right that you're pulling from?
On my right. So these are the clear stamps. Close to My Heart sells acrylic stamps rather than the rubber stamps on the wood blocks that you might be used to. And then I attach, just stick it to a clear block.
Nicole Arambula also said, it is like a glass cube and you add the stencil on it?
Basically, yes, it's not glass exactly. It's acrylic, so a hard plastic. And the stamps are very soft plastic. They're very pliable. Okay. There we go. So now our stamping is done. Our roses and leaves are done. Now we get to the paper piecing. So we have a standard card, 5.5 by 4 1/4. I have this wood grain paper that's cut to the same size, 5.5 by 4 1/4. And then I had a piece of this flush cardstock that's 4 inches by 5 1/4 to put on the inside of the card. Okay, so what I want to do though is I'm not going to attach this wood grain just yet to the front of the card. I'm just going to lay it so that it matches. I have this blade and it allows you to swivel. And so I kind of want to just cut a rounded edge and see what happens. So that we can line the flowers up here along the edge. And when we have the card closed, your flowers will fall here. And then we can put our sentiment here. So that's my idea. And we're going to try it out. Now, I wonder if I have something round that I can use to maybe, instead of freehanding it, let me see here. I've got a jar. Nope, that jar lid's too small. This I did not think through. You know what? We're just going to freehand it and just kind of go around that way. And hope it works. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm scared now. I just tore the paper. Not working the way I thought it would. What if we... cut round. There we go. So now we'll have a round edge that matches, and then I'm going to just cut a little bit off the top, bottom, and side so that we'll have a little perimeter in there as well. So, and I'm cutting about 1/8 from each side and 1/4 from the back side. So that it sits right in there like that. Okay, I'm not going to worry about where I mess up the paper right there because we'll cover that with flowers. So let's adhere that. And I should probably go ahead and stamp this so that we don't have any problems coming back to it. So with my espresso ink pad, when I tried this thing earlier, I promise it worked well. And of course, you get on camera and things don't want to cooperate, but that's how we learn. Let's see here. This stamp set, I wanted to say my mother, my friend, so that I can have a Mother's Day card ready to go. And I'm just placing it down on the paper so I can see my spacing, because what I want to do is put it all on one block at once and just stamp it one time. How does that look? Okay. We're going to stamp it just down here. Perfect. Okay. Now, I'm going to put that inside piece at the end. But we can line up our roses. And kind of just see where we want to go with them. And where we're going to add our leaves. And we could do that. Okay, so let's start with the ends of the card first. And we're just going to put everything along the edge to make that border. Okay. And then work our way in.
Nicole,
Our way in.
said, do you sell your cards, for example, if I wanted a few for Mother's Day?
I've never sold my cards before, but we can definitely talk about it. I usually just make a whole bunch of cards, and I end up giving them away to people who will use them. So I put some foam tape on the top of this card. I've never been asked, so I would love to. I would love to make cards to sell on the side like that. That'd be great. So there's our flower. And then, let's see here. I got a little bit of glue showing there. Let me see if I can turn that flower in just slightly. There we go. That hides all the glue on the inside. And now I can adhere this part.
Nicole said, yes, that's amazing. I love the details.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll put that there.
This video shows the work and detail.
Okay. And this leftover flower that I can, let's see, it'll be hidden. It'll be hidden there. And then I'll just add these leftover pieces. And now you've got a complete card. You've got your sentiment on the inside, outside, your detail, and then some colored background here for you to write your message. So that'll be our simple card for tonight. Day 10, we've done pretty well. Don't forget that our scrapbooking, our National Scrapbooking Day bundles that I've posted previously in this group, they're for sale now at my website, claudia.ctmh.com. Order soon if you're interested so that you can get it back in time for National Scrapbook Day, which is May 2nd. In fact, I will my order tonight so I can be sure and get that in time as well. Saturday, May 2nd, there will be 12 hours from 12 noon to 12 midnight of different projects. 6 different projects that close to my heart will feature live on their Facebook group page. It's free to anybody to watch. You can use whatever papers you have on hand. You can just watch them for inspiration and then maybe work on the projects later. It's all up to you. But do go to their page and go to their events. Click that you're going so that you can automatically be entered for all the prize giveaways they'll be doing that day. So thanks for watching tonight. I hope you'll join me tomorrow night again. Good night and stay safe. Bye-bye.